Did Gustavo Fring's death get predicted in 1982 by Bruce Springsteen? I believe yes. Now, obviously, Breaking Bad premiered way later, early 2010s, late 2000s. A lot of people love it. My complexion, you can tell. I love Breaking Bad. I am a straight white man, which is basically, I mean, it's kind of a prerequisite to like Breaking Bad if you're a straight white man. And I do, quite a bit actually. Which is why when I heard the song Atlantic City by Bruce Springsteen, I thought, now I think this guy might have predicted the death of Gustavo Fring, and I'm going to explain why here. So Gustavo Fring gets blown up. We know this. I think a lot of people have seen that. Even if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, you've probably seen that. He gets blown up. Basically, uh, Don Hector, yeah, I think he like taps the bell a lot, and it's rigged to alarm, which Walter White did because Walter White was, he was a crafty little bastard, basically. So he attached a bomb to the cart, blows up, kills Gustavo. We see it, he's got the half skull face thing. He's like, oh, he blew me up, and he's dead. Then they blow up or they burn down the the meth lab underground, basically after that. And the DA, they can't figure out who did it. They immediately find out and know all this, and then they connect all the dots, and they're trying to put all this work together, but they can't get any leads or anything. It's like, okay, well, we found out that now this guy was a big drug lord. Wow, what? Oh my God, but he loved us. Oh, when we loved him. Oh my God, the Chicken Man. And so they're trying to, figure out, oh, who killed him? Oh, what's all this about? And then they can't find out anything. Basically, that's kind of how it goes. Now, back to Bruce Springsteen. In the song Atlantic City, the opening line, well, they blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night. Now, okay, listen. You can't get everything right. I'm okay with that. Everyone's okay with that. Psychics, that's kind of how they operate. In fact, I don't get why psychics get paid so much. I mean, they're wrong about more than they're right, and the stuff they're right about is pretty general. So I wouldn't pay a psychic, I don't think. But I probably would pay Bruce Springsteen because even though he got the Philadelphia part wrong, I mean, it was Albuquerque. They're funny names either way. I mean, could have got a wire cross there. Who knows? But yeah, they blew up the Chicken Man in Albuquerque last night. Another inaccuracy. It wasn't in the night. Maybe it was getting later. I don't know. It could have been like 6 p.m. Some people consider that the night if you're like old, but it was clearly light outside. And afterwards, when Walter White calls Skyler to tell him it's over or whatever, he goes like, "It's over. I won." It's still daylight, so I don't think it's the nighttime anymore. But regardless, they blew up the Chicken Man. And why is he called the Chicken Man? Well, he's uno, uno. I'm just gonna say it in English. He's one of the Chicken Brothers. And in fact, in Better Call Saul, when Nacho, has his little monologue towards the end, he calls him the Chicken Man. Now, some people might be like, okay, well, hold on here a minute. Didn't Atlantic City come out in 1982? 25 years before Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. In fact, probably like 30 years before Better Call Saul had that line. Yes. But how much crossover is there really? I mean, Vince Gilligan, as far as I know, doesn't love Bruce Springsteen a whole ton. He might. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him. He kind of likes that stuff. But when it comes down to it, I think Bruce Springsteen predicted the death of Gustavo Fring. And I'm going to tell you why with a few other lyrics I wrote down here. I mean, they blew up his house too. Now, we don't really know what happens to Gustavo's nice. Like, he's got a big mansion. It's really pretty. We see it a couple times. No idea what happens to that, to be fair. But they do burn down the lab. And Gustavo's a man that was so dedicated to his work that I think you could reasonably call the lab his house. His workplace is his house because that's where he feels at home. That's where he operates most of the time. He's a big businessman, so I think that's a fair stretch to make. And the DA can't get no relief. They can't. They were trying to find the killer for a while and they couldn't find him. So I think that Bruce Springsteen. Okay, maybe he got like an early viewing. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long the pilot was circulating for. Maybe in 1982. I don't know. I wasn't born. But I think Bruce Springsteen ultimately predicted it. I don't think it was the other way around. And I don't think you can convince me otherwise because why would he sing about the chicken man getting blown up? The chicken man getting blown up? That's like if fucking Madonna in her debut album was like, and Jane gets an overdose. Or like if the band Jane's Addiction was like, uh, well, actually, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, another theory. Jane's Addiction. I'm not very familiar with the band. I know them in name, but I think did they? Okay, hold on. Did they come out before Breaking Bad? I'm gonna assume they did. I'm gonna go under the assumption that they did come before Breaking Bad. Um, they predicted Jane's death. I mean, what did she die by? Technically, well, I guess it was a relapse, which is still part of an addiction. But we're gonna go with that. Okay, so that's two artists now that predicted Breaking Bad deaths: Bruce Springsteen and Jane's Addiction. Bruce Springsteen, I don't really have to explain if you've heard Atlantic City. Obviously, they killed Gustavo. They blew up him, and they burned down his house, right? And Jane's Addiction. Walter White,